it's almost like you were reading my mind. I did a show on this specific topic. I just posted it about 8 o'clock this morning, and it also surrounded a story in hip hop right now that has gone viral. There's a popular up and coming rapper by the name of DREX the Joint, and he is a Mexican rapper. But what makes him different, Lonzo, is he is Afro-Latino. A lot of people may or may not know there's a pretty large-sized community of Afro-Latinos in Mexico. They look just like Lonzo with hair and afro back when he did back in say, like they look like they're straight from Compton, wherever, right, anywhere but Mexico. So he's going viral this week because him being from Santa Ana, he hangs around a lot of Latinos, and there is a video that's gone viral of him doing a live, and in the background, one of his friends says the N-word with the hard ER. Now, what I find ironic about this is if you watch this live, Lonzo, they literally say nigga with an A. I'm not even exaggerating when I tell you 60 times in a minute and a half video. Everything is nigga. Yeah, I told this nigga, man, yeah, I put that nigga. Everything was nigga, nigga, nigga. This guy's one of the guys of the maybe 10 say it with a hard ER. And that's the part that everyone's focusing on, is the hard ER, when in the reality, there's a bunch of Latino dudes and whoever, just saying nigga with an A. You probably just first hearing about this story. What are your general thoughts when you hear something like that?
You know, and that's what the whole conversation was on Clubhouse. That hard ER, and here is what
this is probably what you guys were discussing. This story, was this within the past couple days? Yeah. So it was this story. It was this story. Okay.
Here comes the problem. As long as there was with the GA, it's a term of endearment. Just like any other, like a few other words in the English language, you have the same word, have one word, have the same spelling as another word with two different meanings. You have words that sound alike. You have synonyms, homonyms, and antonyms. Okay? And my whole thing was, if we're going to make this word something that is a term of endearment, it has to be universal. It has to be universal. That means that anybody can say it without threat of ass whooping. Okay? Do you want that kind of comfort, though? And my partner was telling me that because it was such a, it's such a negative word directed toward people only, black people only, that it shouldn't be used at all. And I agree with that as well. But it's such a, when you have a language like the English language, which is very complex, you can give people a license to play games with words, but you can't give an individual a license to use the word, because the word, the derogatory term for Jewish is not to be used by anyone. And that's my only problem. That's my problem. Not that you can't use the word, that there is a line you can't draw for no one. And that's the problem I think I have, is that when I see other cultures who have words that they use amongst themselves, and to when one of them piss them off, they know what to call them, okay? But you'll never hear that word used as a term of endearment. It ain't gonna happen. There has never been a Black Anti-Defamation League or African American Anti-Defamation League that stood up to everybody. That's one thing I can say about that community. They don't give a damn. They stand up to everybody. We have no fear. Okay. I remember at Michel'le, I think I told the story before, I'm gonna tell it again. There was a group of two older Jewish gentlemen that was mocking Two Live Crew. Two Live Crew was hot as fish grease. They had this song called MFSB. It was motherfucking son of a bitch. Okay. And also flipped over Mother, Father, Sister, Brother. Okay. And for some reason, these two old Jewish guys decided they wanted to make a record, and they would call themselves Two Live Jews. I'm at Michel'le when the Jewish Anti-Defamation League sent Michel'le the record and put this record out. We suing, but it wasn't. I don't care. We suing. It's too Jewish. We don't care. We suing. You put this record out. We are suing. We're coming after you. I don't care if it's two Jewish guys. We don't care. We will not allow you to play with this in any way, form, or fashion. Because we give you an inch, we'll take a mile. And that's what we're dealing with right now. If you give people an inch, they're going to take a mile. And that's the one thing I have to respect about that particular community. No, I don't give a damn. If it's one of our own, I don't care. You can't do it. And we all know Jew is not a bad word. But again, if you start letting them play with it, they're going to start tricking up and they're going to start playing games. Next thing you're going to know, like I said before, if you give them an inch, they're going to take them out. We're not giving you shit. And that's the problem that we have with that word right there. Now everybody's people in crossed over. It's in everybody's records. You got all races saying it. But if the one if a white man said it's grounds for a meeting in HR or an ass whooping. How do we do that? How does that make sense to anybody but us? And that's the part we have no standards. I told the same story when I was on Clubhouse. My son went to school in Culver City, and I had to go to a PTA meeting. And most of the people at the PTA meeting was complaining that a lot of people was complaining that their kids was coming home hungry. Well, you have Indian kids that don't eat beef. Jewish kids don't eat pork. So if you got pizza with pepperoni, they're not eating that. And kids was coming home hungry. They was following the standards of the parents. And those standards were set at the house. And they're not kids just because they need a pad. That don't mean they're gonna break the parents' standards. They're gonna do whatever they were taught to do in their house. We never had that problem. Our kids, whatever's on the menu, we going for it. Pork, beef, whatever. Hey, man, everybody to each his own. But I just saw how there was a line that no matter what the school was on the menu, if it ain't something I can eat at home, I'm not eating it here. And that is something I think that we've been missing culturally for quite some time. There is no concrete foundation that says you can't say this, we're not doing this over here. If we say, okay, we're gonna keep the word, but you gotta take it off of records.
Man.
Huh?
No, that's so true. Keep it going.
If you want to keep the word, we gotta take it out. You can't say the mixed company. You cannot. You can't, hey man.
Thank you.